Hello from the sunny and soon to be warm Moab, Utah. It's supposed to be in the mid 50s today, full of sunshine, which is the warmest weather that we have camped in the back of our truck shell in this whole 6-week trip. It's pretty crazy. We've seen some incredibly low temperatures in this very minimalist truck setup. It's performed flawlessly in the sense of we've stayed very warm inside, but everything outside hasn't always been what we were expecting. So some sunny and warm weather today is exactly what we've been needing.
So last night we slept in Salt Flats Recreation Area. There are quite a few campgrounds here, and we chose it because we honestly just wanted a place that had bathrooms for once. There's just a point in time where you get kind of tired of not having bathrooms, so that was super nice. It's only $15 a night, and you pay at the front and then can choose whatever campground site you want if it's available. So we chose this one that was beautiful with some canyons in the background and some beautiful mountains behind us here. And it was really nice. Like Connor said, it's been the warmest we've ever been in this 6 weeks, and for that to be in the 30s is actually insane. I don't know what's wrong with us, but I'll take it because it's going to be a beautiful day. Since we are in Moab, we're going to explore Canyonlands. We're only an hour away, and the drive should be gorgeous, so can't wait to take you guys along.
Super easy 50-minute ride from Moab here to the entrance of Canyonlands National Park. Amelia is just going over the map to make sure we have a little bit of an itinerary. That way we get to see the majority of what the park has to offer. Once again, like the last couple of videos, they are not dog friendly on any of the trails, but I think we're going to try to leave him in the car for like a nice little 1-mile hike or something somewhere, just so we can get out and see some different things that you can't see from the road.
We're going to start at Island in the Sky, which is where the visitor center is, and then we're going to work our way probably down the map towards Grandview Point Overlook, and then that's where we're going to go hike. We'll drive back up, and I think that's probably about it.
Now, from our quick in-the-car research on the way over here, we learned a couple things about Canyonlands National Park. One being is that it is the biggest national park in Utah, which there's 5. There's Canyonlands, Bryce Canyon, Arches, Zion, and Capitol Reef. It is about 330,000 acres of land, which is massive. I don't even know how to comprehend that size, and it's said to contain some of the most remote land left in the continental US. This is our 3rd time in the Moab area. The first being right whenever we set out for full-time adventure with our 4-wheel camper. The second time was January of last year, and it was really cold. None of the stores in town were open, and we were pretty much the only ones there. It is February 21st right now, and it is a completely different town. There are so many people around, lots of people using the 4x4 off-road trails and going on, side-by-sides and stuff like that, which definitely seems like an awesome thing to do. It is very expensive, however, in this area, but it does sound fun, and hopefully we'll be able to do it someday. I missed out on a couple Moab trips whenever I was into rock crawling and jeeps and stuff like that back in my high school days.
Straight right there, up, up, up. Oh, nope, nope. Hey, freeze. Back up. Right, hold on.
And it would have been amazing because this is one of the best areas for off-roading, and it's just something that would be really fun to do someday. So hopefully in the future, I know we'll be back here because it's a great place to spend some of the winter. We can make that happen for you guys.
Our next pull-off is Mesa Arch, which is a little hike. It is 0.6 round trip, so we figured we could put Barkley in the back with the windows open and he'll be just fine for about 30 minutes. And Connor and I can enjoy something that's not from the roadside.
With all of Utah's national parks, they have done a really good job of making the parks extremely accessible and being able to just see almost all of the stuff available by roadside or even on just the roads through the park. You don't have to get out and do a lot of hiking or any kind of crazy adventures to go see all of the main points of attraction. So it's nice to just be able to get in the car, drive through over a day, and see everything. I think a lot of these parks are day parks. You can see them in just a couple hours and feel like you have gotten the most out of your park pass or your entrance fee. And that's a nice thing to just kind of be like, oh, we have a few hours to kill. Let's go drive through the park. One of the hardest things about YouTube and filming is trying to accurately show sights and things that we're seeing through our eyes. Sometimes you walk up to it and you're like, oh, this is so beautiful. And then you pull out the camera and it just never quite shows it the way that you're seeing it. And also dealing with crowds and stuff like that makes it difficult because you're just trying to not be in everybody's way and you don't want to take up too much of other people's time because they're there too. So hopefully on some of this stuff, we're able to at least show it decently.
I will say the hardest thing with Utah parks that we're finding with filming is the depth. So hopefully you guys can tell how vast these canyons are and how far down they go, but if you don't take our word for it, it would be a very big fall.
We have now driven the entirety of the first district of this park. There's 3 districts and we are in the Island in the Sky district, and it's like a 12-mile road, and then there's another like 6 miles over here to the end of this place, which is called Upheaval Dome. It's 1 o'clock right now. We're gonna do the hike first, then come back and have a little bit of lunch.
Feels so good to be on just like a little hike right now. We don't know if we're gonna go the full 1.8 round trip or just the 1.6 to the first overlook, but whew, I catch my breath. But either way, just being out on a trail with the sun shining, no snow on the ground, no gloves or beanie, it feels incredible. And I'm not taking this day for granted. We were debating between 2 hikes. One was Whale Rock, and then this one was Upheaval Dome. And we decided that this one sounded better, and I'm very glad we did it. It's steep uphill, 0.3 up, which isn't too bad, but well worth it.
They're not entirely sure what caused this huge dome in the earth here. 2 theories are that it used to be a giant salt layer, and then it fractured and sunk. And the other theory is that a meteor hit 200 million years ago and then slowly kind of eroded the earth out afterwards. May never know in our lifetime for sure, but it's very cool.
Hi, little swish. Hello, you want to have some lunch with us?
One of the things we missed most about the truck camper is the fact that you always have everything with you whenever you're doing adventures and stuff like this. But with the truck shell, it's kind of the same. So we're gonna make some lunch here, eat on the tailgate. Just gonna do some almond butter and jam PB&Js. We've got some chips to polish off, maybe some carrots and some ranch. Just something easy. It's already almost 2 o'clock, so nothing too big because we'll have a early-ish dinner tonight. But we need some fuel. You outdid yourself with these.
Thanks. Cheers. These look so good. I don't know what's more of a hike meal than a PB&J. We don't have enough bread, so that's why it's not a real sandwich. Yeah. I'm soaking this in.
Nice and easy lunch down. If you're ever in this park and want to have a picnic, they do have a bunch of like picnic tables and pavilions over here, so good option. We're gonna head back down towards Moab, find a campsite for the night, and just enjoy the warm weather, the sunshine, and just simple day at camp.
In the last 6 weeks, I can count on my fingers how many times we've sat outside. Twice.
Sour gummy worm for dessert. Always hits the spot.
You're good to go. Great.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your hike. Thank
Have a
you.
great evening.
Just made it to camp. It is actually the same place we were camping in last night. We just loved the spot. It was clean and peaceful, so we're here again. We are actually having a beverage because it is Friday and we're just celebrating this whole long 6-week road trip that we did, the way that we persevered and kind of learned some things about ourselves and things on the road while we did it was just something to celebrate, we think. So we're gonna have a little cocktail with you guys and soak up the sun because it is all I've been asking for and it delivered today.
Problem is they all came warm, so I'm gonna pour it over a cup of ice.
Mikey! Oh my god.
I just turned 12 ounces into 32.
Look at that foam.
Yeah, except there's 6 inches of foam on top.
This is what made snow camping worth it. The appreciation for the sun. The little things.
It's the little things. You did it. We did it.
We did it. Cheers. This doesn't scream camping in the back of your truck. I don't know what does.
That beer was a great little reward after such a long time sleeping in the back of the truck. We're gonna go ahead and get dinner going. We picked up some local beef at a small town in Utah that we drove through just to support the local business, and it was one of the only meats they had. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna do some burgers on the stove. I'm gonna cook over on the picnic table just because I've been cooking on the truck shell this whole time, so change of scenery is always good. Amelia and I were laughing earlier because this is the first time in 6 weeks that we have camped with anybody else around us. The only other time was in Paladuro Canyon the first night we left on our trip, and there were 2 other campers in the whole park. So it means spring is here, or starting to get here, and camping season is back upon us. We've been doing it, just not everybody else has. Let's get some dinner going.
Hey!
We bought the meat frozen originally and then put it in the fridge. Well, at one point in the night, our fridge decided to turn off because the power cord came unplugged and the meat thawed a little bit and the blood from the meat got all over the bottom of the fridge. So that was fun, cleaning that out in the grocery store parking lot. At least we were there because we ran out of paper towels, so we had to go back inside and buy more. But yeah, I'll definitely be putting all of our meat in Ziplocs from now on, just to prevent that from happening anymore. Also remembered to pack some gloves this trip because we don't really have many sinks to wash our hands, so dealing with raw meat and then climbing into bed to eat it is not the most ideal situation. So gloves are a big help there, and then whatever we don't use, we'll just use in the camper.
I double bagged this.
I think this is also our first meal outdoors.
It definitely is.
So that's things are looking up.
Oh my gosh, thanks for cooking.
Ketchup.
Juicy. You forgot your onions.
I was eating by myself.
Oh, okay.
How's your burger? Not bad.
Pretty damn good. Good morning. It is about 8 a.m. and we are heading towards a hike. Sadly, we are all packed up and leaving Utah for good. Well, at least for now. We're heading back to Texas to kind of regroup and move everything in here into our trailer to go camping in Big Bend National Park. So it's not too sad of a day, but we are so excited to leave Moab on a good note, warm weather, and end it with a hike. It is called Jeep Arch. It's about 30 minutes away, and we haven't done this before, so I think it's going to be a great way to start the day before a long drive.
We made it to where we believe the start of the Jeep Arch Trail is. We're gonna get all set up here, and then we're gonna leave the big camera and just film on our phones. That way it's one less thing to carry, since we'll have Barkley and probably his backpack. Hopefully it's a good one. We don't exactly know where we're going, so we're gonna see if we can find a trail.
That was definitely some rock climbing.
These are the types of hiking trails that we really prefer. Not a lot of people on them. You get to way prettier spots. This is probably the best arch we've seen in this area. It's jagged, it's huge, and the trail's a loop. So you get a different view than out and back.
It looks like a Jeep.
just climbed down all of that. Pretty good. You had to use all of your limbs, which are hikes we kind of enjoy a lot, but it was a little slippery. I slipped like 3 times, but I didn't fall.
Not the easiest to do whenever you have a dog in one hand and you have to use the other one to climb down. It's all right. We couldn't risk him running down that stuff, so carry it is. Good job.
That was great. I loved that hike. Very unique. 10 out of 10.
Unfortunately, this will be the last hike for Barkley for the foreseeable future. Join us Sunday evening for a bonus episode and an explanation of what we've been up to for the past 3 weeks. Quite a few things have changed in our life, and sadly, Barkley had to undergo emergency surgery. He's doing alright now and recovering slowly, but it has altered all of our plans. We'll explain more and see you guys Sunday.